I want to address briefly Kellyanne Conway's one of her, it's a week ago or so, claiming that part of the problem was with the divide and even violence and stuff is the late night talk show hosts' attack on religiosity. Yeah. So the big three, Jimmy's Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, and then Stephen Colbert are attacking regularly religiosity through late night jokes, parodies, satire, whatever. Give three examples from each of those shows, Kellyanne Conway, that illustrates your point specifically, attacking religiosity. And throw in Conan O'Brien and a couple more. No, you can't do it. Why aren't reporters challenging these people more? That's fake. Oh, CNN fake news. Give me three stories that you say are fake news. This is fake news. Because so often what they say, well, that's fake news, man. It's not news. It's an opinion. And we all know what opinions are like. You've got some too. Fine. Share them. It's called America. It's okay. But don't call that news. But you got this guy blatantly lying and covering up, and they say his core constituency is simply with him, and they're down with Trump regardless. And I guess and that he's got a really good chance of being reelected in 2020. I know some people gag at the thought of that. Others are jumping for joy, but it really is reality. um, I think there's a false hope that we can really get a lid on this violence thing and gun violence in America. And I'm sorry about that, but in so many ways, there's well over 3 million assault weapons and availability of submachine guns and these high velocity clips and magazines and 200 round drums and you know there's so much of it out there and I don't know what to say to the kids. We failed you, Bush, September 2004. Sorry about that. We kind of lost the Republican artist and W. Bush, the war criminal, and the gang of four. Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Wolfowitz. The doofus, dyslexic Dallas Dunce, W, and that evil zany Cheney, no brainy shotgun Cheney, and Rummy the Dummy Rumsfeld and Wolf Ticket Wolfowitz, the Gang of Four, who, spawned these two lost wars, Afghanistan and Iraq, Afghanistan, the graveyard of empires, and we keep proving it. And this latest person, 7 kids, this guy from Utah, probably a devout Mormon, cared about his cause, but I mean, an inside job, somebody he's training who may be under pressure, who knows? The guy goes home at night and says, you better do something or you better go out in a blaze of glory. We're going to kill your entire family. I don't know what's going on in those cases, but the guy obviously wants America out, and he kills the guy who's training him to apparently help his country get more representation. And he's down with the Taliban or ISIS or somebody. It's just outrageous what has happened. In Iraq's not a country anymore. It's Kurdistan, Shiistan, and it used to be, you can't call it Sunnistan, it's more like Sunni Jihadistan. There's no real country anymore. I mean, there's sort of boundaries, but I mean, all the movements of people and all and everything going on. And the plot to destroy democracy by rootin' tootin' Putin and his cronies and all those people constantly attacking all things Western and equal rights and anti-discrimination. Trump aligning himself with Putin and Kim Jong-un, etc. Toxic dump Trump the chump. Bitch McConnell, Graham Cracker, and Lion Paul Ryan, the current Gang of Four. Just heaping this, 83% of the tax cut goes to the upper 1% in this country. Corporations get over hugely. And Bunky thinks I'm getting the tax cut. Ain't this great? And then bitch McConnell comes out and says what? Okay, the problem is these entitlements. Got to cut Social Security, Medicaid, and Medi-Cal. That's the answer. That's the Republican way of that, and those are called family values. I mean, fighting. I mean, you've got Paul Lyon Ryan, who has spent his adult life to get rid of Medicaid, so that he can personally be responsible for 25, 25 million people that have no health insurance, and these people went off for family values and care about like people in if a sperm meets an egg, like we like caring it or something. They're just so pathetic. The Republicaners, the Republican Party, they're just so pathetic. And it's really egregious what they've done and heaped upon us.